there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested. Hey, we're going to do a random ranking. We're going to go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random. Maybe I'll do it with my eyes closed. Who knows? And then we will rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Now let's get to picking some movies. Now, we may have to go back and try a few times because I have movies that I haven't watched yet in my collection. So we'll see how this works out. But let's go! Alright. I'm not looking. Are my eyes closed? Here we go. Let's do this one here. Oops, I just looked over this section. Maybe one down here. Okay. And then, oh my goodness, I knocked something over. And then maybe one over here. These are packed in pretty tight. I should loosen them up so things like that don't happen. Let's see what we knocked over. We knocked over Critters. So we're not going to do Critters. I don't know. Maybe we will. We'll see what happens. We got to make sure I've seen these. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. I've seen them. So Critters will not be in the lineup today. But the ones that are in the lineup, how should I show these? Alphabetical order? Okay. First, we have a favorite, Crimson Peak. This is Guillermo del Toro. He likes to call it a gothic romance and not a horror film. But the gothicness in it is pretty horror strong. Like, there are many jump scares in it. Some terrifying imagery in it, I think. So I still get calling it a horror film, but he likes to say it's a love story with ghosts in it. But I had a great experience watching this movie. Maybe was the first time. I think maybe watching the first movie. The first time I watched this movie might have been with Guillermo del Toro. I can't remember if I had seen it before. But I was at a film festival, Roger Ebert's film festival, where they screened this, and Guillermo del Toro was there. And I mean, we loved the movie, and he got a standing ovation, and it brought him to tears, and you could just see the emotion within him because this movie was kind of marketed incorrectly, not in line with the type of movie it is. It was marketed as a purely horror film, and that seems to happen to him a lot. And when people went to go see it, they're like, man, what is this? This isn't what I was expecting. And so the response just wasn't quite what he was looking for, but that was sort of because they were sold a different product, right? So he was just so happy that we all really loved the film, and again, we brought him to tears. It was amazing. And I had the chance to meet him afterwards, so I got him to sign it right there. So, Crimson Peak, big fan of this movie. Have you ever seen, I don't know, kind of like reminds me of like Little Women. What else does it remind me of? Yeah, Little Women. Yeah. Old March. What's her name? Jo March. Just a lot of similarities there. Next we have Manhunter. Manhunter. Watched this recently. This is a Michael Mann movie. Michael Mann, been talking about him a lot lately because I just pulled Collateral not that long ago, and he has a new movie called Ferrari coming out soon. But Manhunter, I was not that into. There were parts of it that were good. I think Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal is just so iconic that it's hard to surpass it. Not saying that Brian Cox needs to surpass it, but he didn't here. Like the type of character he was playing here, I don't know, just didn't have any icon status at all, which is probably why he didn't have that here. Let's see, the main character, what's his name? William Petersen, is that right? Some of his acting was interesting. I can't remember what I was thinking of it when I first saw it, but I'm pretty sure I did a review on it. Because I think I watched this during October, our Halloween countdown, and I may have done a full review on it. But yeah, I wasn't that into it. Next we have, but maybe I need to watch it again. Maybe I need to watch it again. Next, oh, but the score was really good. Wasn't the score good? Did Tangerine Dream do the score? Maybe I'm wrong on that. But I feel like I remember thinking the score was pretty good. I'm not seeing it on the back here, but I have a feeling it was Tangerine Dream. Yeah, I don't think it's written back here, but I think I liked the score. Next, we have Robin Hood Men in Tights. I used to catch this movie on TV all the time. It was so funny, laughing. Mel Brooks. It was just comedy all over. Plus, the Princess Bride and Elwes here just kind of like, you know, I don't know. It was like almost like he was born to play the role here. But you know, he's doing like the Errol Flynn type stuff in it. But it's also like poking fun at the Kevin Costner version, and just kind of like all the versions, and there's just so many good jokes in it. It's not my favorite Mel Brooks, but it's pretty high up there just because I was always watching it. It was on TV a lot, and anytime I'd catch it, I'd watch it. But it took me a long time to actually see it all the way through, just because I would randomly catch it on TV, and then I would, you know, watch from then till the end, then to the end. But like catching it at the beginning, kind of took me a while to catch the beginning. So anyway, the question is, how are we gonna rank them? You know, maybe experience is coming into play here, and I think that's okay. But everything I experienced at Ebert Fest with Crimson Peak was just so strong and fun and great and moving that I feel like I got to put Crimson Peak at number 1, even though I have such good nostalgic memories from Robin Hood Men in Tights. Now, if I had watched Robin Hood Men in Tights, say, last week or yesterday or today, I could imagine it being number 1. But right now, what I've got mostly on my mind is seeing Guillermo del Toro brought to tears after the standing ovation that we gave him at Ebert Fest when they were screening Crimson Peak. So I'm going to go ahead and put Crimson Peak at number 1, followed by Robin Hood, which has a lot of great nostalgic history for me. And then Manhunter at the end. Again, I've only seen it the one time. I think I have a review for it, but it just didn't quite work well, and I can't really pinpoint why, but I think maybe the score was good, and I think there was like some moments of like stoicism maybe that were good, but overall, not fully for me. I'm trying to think, is this a Manhunter's Red Dragon, right? You also have the Brett Ratner Red Dragon, and I'm pretty sure, are they the same movie? Is that right? Mixture, something like that. Anyway, Crimson Peak, Robin Hood Men in Tights, and then Manhunter. So my question to you is, have you seen these movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.